Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to do eyebrows like these. These are my eyebrows. I'm going to show you how to do them. Your eyebrows aren't going to be the same as my eyebrows. So the way that you do your eyebrows might be different. That's totally fine. I'm just going to show you how I do my eyebrows, and if it helps you do your eyebrows, that's amazing, and that's basically my goal. So first I just brush my hairs up like this with a little spoolie. And then I use this Anastasia Ash Brown Brow Powder Duo. And I'm gonna take this little tiny Essence brush. It's like an angled brush, you can see that. And then I take the lightest color, which is this one over here. And I dip my brush into that. And then I start on the bottom of my brow and I kind of feather upwards. So I'm just drawing a line right now. This is kind of mapping out how my brow shape is gonna look. In sparser areas, I like to take the darker color on the duo and pat that in that area. After I do that, I like to brush it out a little bit to make it look a little bit more natural and not like just a line on your face. And then I start feathering it up with no product on the brush. I'm just keeping it like flat like this instead of angled like that. And I'm just feathering it. This is to hide the line that I just created. If you're trying to do a really natural brow, you can leave it like this, because as you can see, it has way more shape and darkness than this one. I don't really like to do that. I like to do the entire brow and fill it all in, so that's what I'm gonna do. So now that we have that shape going, I'm gonna use the darker shade, and I'm going to kind of carve out the end of the brow. You want to keep the darker shade on the end of the brow and then the lighter shade on this part of the brow, because we're not trying to get like a boxed brow right here, and if you put the darker shade over here, it's going to be very like heavy, and that's not what we're going for. So we're just going to keep it dark on this outer portion and then lighter as we fade inwards. So now I'm just grabbing the lighter shade and creating some little brow hairs. Well, they're not real brow hairs, but the illusion of brow hairs over in this area of the eye. You can see that. And you want the lightest pressure also on this part of the eyebrow. So we're not going in real heavy. We're not drawing a line at the front of our brow, because I see a lot of people doing that. And if you like to do that and you think it looks good, then continue to do that. But in my opinion, it shows kind of the unevenness of your brows even more. So if you draw a line here and you draw a line here, you're gonna see that they're not exactly equal, and that's gonna draw people's eyes to your eyebrows right in that area. And a lot of times that isn't very flattering on individuals. I would say keep it light and feathery right here. Even if you don't have much eyebrow hairs, like this eyebrow on me has very sparse hairs right in this area, But again, I'm not drawing this line, I'm creating brow hairs with a skinny brush. So we want to just make sure that all of our lines are continuous and they're all very smooth. Sometimes it's hard to do that if your eyebrows are kind of mangy and aren't like plucked very properly, but do the best that you can. Right now, my eyebrows aren't like perfectly plucked, so they're going to be kind of bumpy under here. As you can see, it's maybe not as even, but that kind of just gives it more of a natural look, I think, sometimes. If you're not into that, then definitely get your eyebrows plucked professionally or do it yourself, whatever you want. So I just like to fill in any areas that I feel like are kind of sparse and fill it in with a darker shade. And usually, again, this eyebrow doesn't have as many hairs as my other eyebrow, so I'm usually filling this one in more. You want to make sure also, like, if you notice that kind of thing, that you're evening out your brows so one isn't like really dark and the other one's really light. Like if I walk out in public like this, not a good choice. So now we have a snatched brow, if you ask me. Actually, there's like a little space right there I don't want to be peeking through. So this is the eye with the eyebrow, and this is the eye without the eyebrow. I mean, I have an eyebrow, but like, is that an eyebrow? Is that an eyebrow? I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eyebrow, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna take this Maybelline Brow Precise volumizer for the eyebrows, and it has this weird little brushy thingy on the end of it. I don't particularly like this applicator, but I'm going to use it because I like the product. This color is deep brown, and basically what I do is I very lightly go through my brows, because if you push hard with this applicator, it will be everywhere. And I mean everywhere, and it's very unpleasant. Yeah, as you can see, this just has more texture than this. This kind of just looks like I put powder on, which is what I did. This kind of just gives back that lifelike texture. So yeah, we're just gonna brush through this eyebrow. And if you mess up, you can just kind of like, I usually just take my nail and like rub it away, because this stuff can get really fucking messy. Like, no joke, guys, look at that. No, the spoolie. And fix it. See, this kind of goes away. It's not super hard to fix, but like, it's just annoying that it has to be this messy and I have to do that all the time. Once you like the way that they look, stop it. This is my brow routine. When I do my brows, this is what they look like, and this is how I do it. If you enjoyed that, give me a thumbs up. Someone asked me, you know who you are, how to shape your eyebrow and how to know how to shape your eyebrow. So basically what you want to do is you want to start your eyebrow right here. So if you can tell where that's hitting my nose, it's before my nostril. So it's gonna be right here. My eyebrow starts. Right here, my eyebrow starts. You can use any brush you want to kind of line that up, and you can make a mark where that is. Then at the end, you want to create this triangle kind of shape. The end of your nostril, so kind of rest your brush right there. The corner of your eye, and it should hit perfectly where the end of your eyebrow should be. The arch of your brow is up to you. If you want an arch in your brow, you can. Sometimes it's really difficult to put an arch in a brow that is not arched naturally. So in that case, I would suggest just having a straight brow, and that's totally fine. I think straight brows look really good, kind of editorial looking, but also just if that's your natural brow, that's gonna be how your brow looks. And I think you need to emphasize that instead of trying to build a brow that's not fit for your face. So just draw in hairs with a little thin brush like this and just draw them in the shape of your natural brow. This works especially well with individuals who don't want to pluck their eyebrows. So if you're someone who is afraid of getting your eyebrows waxed or plucked or don't want to necessarily for whatever reason, what I would suggest is just emphasize your natural brow. So use a skinny brush like this that will allow you to give yourself hair-like brush strokes on your eyebrow and just go with it. Pick a color of eyebrow powder that matches your hair. You could match your eyebrow powder with your actual like head of hair, or you could do whatever matches your eyebrow hair. So do whatever you want in color-wise. I would just suggest if you have ashy hair like I do or ashy eyebrows like I do, I would go with an ashier color, if that makes sense. Sometimes eyebrow powders are way too warm on me and my complexion and for my hair, and that looks very strange. And so I would suggest trying out, maybe if you can't find the right shade in Anastasia or in Benefit, because they have a lot of brow products, I would suggest going through your eyeshadow palettes and looking at powders that are similar to your eyebrow hair's color. Yeah, pick whatever eyeshadow you feel matches really well and then just use that, because I used to use like taupe from the Lorac Pro palette, and that's an eyeshadow, but you can use eyeshadows for your eyebrow powder. It really doesn't matter. You can also use eyebrow pencils. Anastasia has really good ones. Also Benefit has really good ones, like I just mentioned. If you're looking drugstore, I would be careful, especially if you have ash brown hair like I do, because you kind of want to stay ashy, as I said, and sometimes that's really hard for me to find, at least for drugstore. So I would suggest, just if you can't find anything that matches, again, look in your eyeshadow palettes. You'll probably find an eyeshadow that matches really nicely to your eyeshadow, to your eyebrow hairs. For my arch, there's not really any rhyme or reason to it. I really just follow my natural arch of my eyebrow. Just do you. Do your eyebrows the way you want them to be. This is how I like them to be. If you don't like the way that I did my eyebrows, don't do yours like I did mine. Generally, it's a good choice to make for yourself. Is it though? I just did a tutorial on this look. It's a voiceover, so I didn't like talk in your face the entire time while I was doing eyeshadow, because that would have been very like, I feel it would have been a lot of, I don't know, what, like a lot of stuff in your face? I don't know. Anyway, I did do a voiceover of this eyeshadow look. It's kind of like sultry, sexy eyeshadow. So if you like this look, then just watch out for that. Watch out for that YouTube video. It will be up soon. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this eyebrow look, this eyebrow tutorial. This is my eyebrows. These are how they are. Look, to do, how to do. This is how you do it. This, yeah. You wanna watch how I did it? You already watched it. Did you already watch it? Hopefully. What? Yeah. I'm gonna go take a nap or something, because obviously my brain doesn't work today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That's an actual button, not just like, hey, I liked your video. I mean, you can say that too, but like, there's a button you can press, the thumb. That's a good thing. Also, you can subscribe. There's a big red button that should be pretty obvious since it says subscribe on it, so press that please. And then also the little bell that will tell you when I have a new video. And everyone wants to know when I have a new video, right? Yeah, you do. Press all those buttons. Just press as many buttons as you possibly can on the screen right now. Thank you. I will see you guys on the next one. You know, I mean, if you want to do that, you can. But should you? No. You shouldn't. That's the moral of the story. You shouldn't. Shoulder is killing me, and I don't know why. I think it's the way I sleep. But oh, little bug hit my window. I want to bring them back to life. No, that was gross. I'm just like, with my entire face, I mean, that's like, I don't know what's going on, but I can't stop fucking touching my face, apparently.